4 people are dead, including a 3-month-old baby, after deputies say a man went on a shooting rampage inside of a home in Polk County. Deputies and the suspect exchanged gunfire before he surrendered and was taken into custody. Fox 13's Jordan Bowen joins us live from Polk County with the very latest. Jordan, we know a young girl was also injured. How is she doing tonight?
Yeah, that's right, Jen. The 11-year-old girl who was shot was taken to Tampa General Hospital. We know she was shot at least 7 times, has undergone surgery, and thankfully is expected to recover. Just hearing the sheriff lay out these devastating details of the case, we know that the suspect, 33-year-old Bryan Riley, at one point said that all these 4 victims were begging for their lives moments before they were killed. We asked the sheriff about any possible motive. Here's what he had to say.
He just explained that they begged for their life and that he shot and killed them anyway. And the interesting thing, and we don't know the answer to that, and I underscore we don't, and as Mr. Haas said, we may never know, how did he end up at that house?
Riley was silent as he was escorted from the sheriff's office into the patrol car. This is just the end to a horrifying day for deputies and for this family in this home. This all started yesterday evening around 7:30. A woman called 911 to report that a suspicious man, who deputies have now identified as Riley, was in a vehicle outside her home. This is near North Socrum Loop Road near Fulton Green Road in Polk County. This man told her God sent him here to speak with one of her daughters, Amber. We learned there was no one at the home named Amber. They asked the man to leave several times. When he refused, they called police. By the time deputies arrived, the man had left. Fast forward to 4:30 this morning, a lieutenant who was out on another call heard gunfire, several rounds of automatic gunfire about 2 miles away. When he got to the side of the gunfire, they found a truck on fire and heard a popping noise. That's when they saw Riley dressed in camouflage. When deputies approached him, he ran into this home. That's when they heard another round of automatic gunfire. They also heard a woman screaming and a baby whimpering. At one point, Riley started shooting at one of the lieutenants at the back of the home. The lieutenant did return gunfire, striking Riley at least once. A few moments later, Riley could be seen coming out of the home and was taken into custody.
I can tell you the scene out there is absolutely horrific. And it would have been more horrific if we'd have had deputies or police officers injured, and by the grace of God, I don't know how they weren't. I mean, the deputy, the lieutenant, engaged in a firefight right in the doorway, the back door. You know, he chose to make a heroic entry into that house, and then we have other deputies that were willing to run towards the gunfire.
And here's a photo of the truck that was on fire. This is right outside the home. The next photo, you can see several bullet holes in the home and in the windows. Now, inside the home, deputies recovered the body of 40-year-old Justice Gleason, along with a 33-year-old woman and a 3-month-old baby. We know that woman was clutching the baby in her arms when she was found by deputies. There was also a body of a 62-year-old woman who was found in a separate house on the same property. We also did learn that Riley also killed the family dog inside that home. As for the suspect, 33-year-old Bryan Riley, we know he is a former Marine who is from Brandon. His girlfriend is cooperating with deputies. She has told him that he suffers from PTSD and depression, but has never been violent before. She said about a few days ago is when she started noticing some erratic behavior. But the big question tonight is motive. Why did he do this, and why were these the victims who were targeted? As of right now, the sheriff says there's no direct connection between the suspect and the victims. This is obviously a story we're going to continue to follow up on. We'll have the very latest coming up tonight at 10 and 11. Jen, back to you.
Jordan, such an unimaginable tragedy. Great reporting out there. Thank you so much.